Hey, good morning. It's Monday morning, December 21st. I know it's not Saturday, but I wanted to be outside this morning because it's the first day of winter, December 21st. And you can see behind me, the fog still hangs on from this morning. So I love being out in the fog and the mist. I just love doing that. But also because this reminds us of there's things that we can be certain about and there's things that we aren't certain about. One of the things we're certain about is the date of the winter solstice, which was at 5:03 a.m. this morning, Eastern time. I was going to get up, but then I figured it's going to happen whether I'm up or not. But I can talk about it now a couple hours later. So winter has begun, and the sun is now headed back south. And it'll keep, our position of the sun is headed back properly. We'll be keep heading in that direction until June. And that's a good thing. And we know that. But there are certain things that we don't know about with certainty in terms of an empirical scientific sense. That doesn't mean that they're invalid. We just have to sort out what it is that we know is true from Scripture and what we know is not quite true based on tradition. So one thing that the Bible does not speak about with any certainty of when Christ will return. As a matter of fact, when Jesus was asked about it, he says, no one knows when he'll return. And yet, countless hours and thousands of hours and energy and time have been spent trying to nail down the particular time, trying to apply scripture passages when Jesus specifically says, no one knows. So much time, energy, debate, and hurt has occurred for trying to nail down that date. Another issue that we don't have certainty on, doesn't mean that it didn't happen, is the date of the birth of Christ. We traditionally celebrate it as December 25th. The Bible doesn't tell us that. The Bible doesn't give any indication that that was the date. It's just something that has been accepted traditionally. And there's nothing wrong with that. Since the Bible doesn't speak to it directly, not a problem. We know that it happened because God made it happen. We know that it happened because there was this recording in Luke of the glorious, as we've been talking about, the heavens opening up and the angels declaring the glory of God. We know that it happened because God said that it happened. We don't need the fixed date. We need to know with certainty that it happened. We have a little more certainty about the resurrection because it's tied to the Passover. But the advent of Christ's particular birth, don't let anyone confuse you by saying, well, we don't know the exact date, therefore it's a myth, just like Santa Claus. No, God just chose not to talk to us about the date. Doesn't mean it's not certain. And we know that unlike the Lord coming back, we know what will happen, we don't know when. We know this happened because the Bible recorded that it happened. So in this particular instance, we don't need the precise date. So let's stay within the direction of what God gives us in His Word. Let's not go beyond it or say less than that. So we can know with certainty that today is the first day of winter. We can know with certainty that Jesus was born. We know with certainty that we can trust Him. We know that He came to reclaim us, to restore us, to renew us from our sin. We know that there is hope because of the birth of Christ. And as we celebrate December 25th, that we're celebrating the advent of Christ. Just because we can't nail it to a particular date doesn't mean it's invalid. In some ways, I'm glad it's not more set in stone because it's something that we can rejoice in all year long, as we are meant to be. And that's the thought for this winter, the first day of winter, 2020. Rest well in knowing that with God, all things are certain. And let's trust His Word. Not more than His Word, not less than His Word. And look forward to seeing you tonight. Lord bless you and enjoy the crows. Have a great day. Bye-bye.